Hi class. Today we're going to review placing an image on a textured surface using displacement maps. And I've already placed an image. Here's my imported image in front of a textured surface like a brick wall. And we're going to use the displacement map so that the image sort of snuggles or cuddles up to the contours of the brick wall. So the first thing we're going to do is turn the layer 2, the image, the imported graphic, into a smart object. And you can do that a lot of ways. One quick way is in your layer menu to smart objects and convert to smart object. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the blend mode. Remembering that these up here by the word normal means that this is your blend layer, and it's all how this layer blends with and meshes with your bottom layer. And this is how you can make things look, this is how you work with shadows, and you can work with darkening mechanisms here and lightening mechanisms here, and then these do a little bit of both. I'm going to look at overlay, and you can see, boy, doesn't that just mesh nicely into the brick. You can also choose some other ones. We're going to just check them out. There's soft light, hard light, vivid light. So you can just kind of check them out and see which one you like. I might do hard light, and then I'm just going to turn the opacity down a little bit. I'm going to look at multiply too. You see there's multiply, a darkening one. Anyway, have fun checking these out. I guess I'll do overlay. Turn the opacity back up a little bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our displacement map, and you do that with just a copy of the whole image. We're going to turn just the brick wall into a grayscale reality, and then we're going to later place, using a displacement map, place the image back onto the brick wall. The way we do that is to duplicate the image. Duplicate, image menu, duplicate, and I'll title this Displacement Map Brick or something like that. Click OK. What we're going to do here is we're going to turn off the illustration and leave us with the brick wall, and then we're going to just turn this into a grayscale image. Like that. And there are a couple things you can do. Number one, you can experiment with slight blurring. What that's going to do is it'll soften the curves that go along the contours, because basically it's the lights and darks that push and pull the image around this design. And so sometimes a slight blurring can be good. I'll just do a tiny bit. And then the other thing you can do is increase the contrast, which is going to push the up and down a little further. Just to show you, you don't always do these, but these are options. I might go to my levels, and this increases your contrast. This is probably something we should do with all images, is take these to the foothills of your histogram. Excellent. Now I'm going to save this file. Make sure you save it as a PSD file right here in the format. There it is. And I'm going to save that to the desktop. Excellent. Now we can just get rid of this image. We'll be picking it up back on this on the original that we were working on. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we're on the illustration, the artwork. And then what we do is we choose Filter, Distort, Displace. And this right here is going to start the process. Now, horizontal scale and vertical scale has to do with how much the design is going to go contouring along the brick wall. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of a guessing game. Sometimes I've done +10, -10. Other times it's been more subtle. And usually when you're putting an image on a brick wall, it's pretty subtle. So I'm going to keep it subtle here with a horizontal scale of 3 and a vertical scale of 2. just kind of experiment. Nice thing about this is that if you make this a smart object at the beginning, you can continue to experiment over and over until you're happy. So we'll go ahead and click OK. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up that displacement map that we just created. So you just got to remember where you put it and open it. And you'll see, here's what it did. We'll zoom in. It's a little hard to see, but if you look right here at the contours, I'll undo and redo. A little bit subtle on this one. Probably could keep playing with the numbers. Let's try that. I'll double click on the drawing and it'll take us back to this, and you can keep playing with that if you like. That's probably good for now. Hope you've had fun looking at displacement maps, applying an image on a textured surface. Enjoy this process this week.